what I have already been an eyewitness to is how you invested time to get to know the organization before the pre-call. And so maybe tell us a little bit about that process, about doing a pre-call, and then, when you arrive. I know you're not just coming in at the last minute, and then how we get to experience you even afterwards, after the talk. So maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's another thing that I'm very passionate about doing is as much research as available. If there's anything that you all send me ahead of time, of course, I always read that. But I like to get to a refresh on what's going on in their industry. What I'm seeing online, what I'm reading about. I do my own reading regularly, and all the business publications and relevant magazines and relative writing that's pertinent to their industry. If they're a nonprofit, if they're in the faith-based community, there's so many varying contexts that inform what's relevant to speak about in the current season when I'm coming in to speak. So that's very important to me. I also ask anyone that's planning the event to share with me any relevant documents, any relevant background that would be useful, any things that are really top priorities at the time. And I love the personal side of it. I know one event we're working on right now where we're going in the evening before to do what they call a fireside chat, where I just like to break it down and talk about real life, what's going on in my life, what's going on in their lives, answering the questions that may not show up in a keynote address or in a main session, but are those things that we all deeply relate to, the personal struggles, the challenges we face as working moms, as friends, as sisters and daughters, and whatever we are, and in leaders in the business. What do we go through, and how do we really connect through those things? It's often said that we lead through our strengths, but we connect through our weaknesses. And if you listen to me speak, I will always be sharing some of my weakest, most discouraging moments and how I used tools and strategies to overcome that. Because I think we all relate, maybe different circumstances, but similar challenges. And when we talk about it, we just don't feel so alone.